The home buying process can be confusing, it can move really quickly, and often there's things that are just overlooked. Hi, I'm Matt with the Linda McGuire team, and in this video we're going to look at what it takes to purchase a home in Ontario and some of the things you should expect along the way. If you don't already, please hit that subscribe button and let's get right into it. The first step in the home buying process is to get pre-approved. This should not be overlooked, and it's extremely important for a couple of reasons. The first is, without pre-approval, you don't know what you can afford. So you don't want to start seeing homes that might not be within your budget. The second is you don't want to walk into your dream home and not have your pre-approval in place and not be able to make any sort of offer on the home. I would recommend speaking to at least 2 banks or mortgage agents before you make a decision, but once you've had your pre-approval, we can move on to the next step. The second step is overlooked even more than the first one, and again, it really shouldn't be because it is also extremely crucial, and this is sitting down with an agent for what we would call a buyer consultation. Take the time to sit with an agent and explain to them your motivations, your situation, your wants and needs list, and let them understand what you are looking for exactly and how they can help you get there. If you're thinking about skipping this step or thinking about working with the listing agent only, please do yourself a favor, sit down with an agent, otherwise it will only put you further behind, especially in a competitive market. The third step is where the fun kicks in, and that's going to see properties. Showings can be extremely educational, especially if you're a first-time buyer or you haven't done this process in a while, so I would recommend seeing as many homes as you feel you need to. Don't ever feel bad about contacting your agent to see a couple of homes on the weekends or nights. That's their job, and it's truly educational for you as a buyer. Every home you see, you'll learn a little bit more, and you'll also start to understand the value of homes as you walk through them in person and then see what they sell for, rather than just seeing pictures online. Number 4 is the offer. We won't get too detailed into this because it can be quite complex, but there's a few important points I want to make. The first is money talks, but there's a couple other important things in an offer, and that's closing dates and conditions. For conditions, try to do your homework beforehand so you can remove as many as possible when you're submitting your offer, or remove them altogether. And closing dates can be extremely important to sellers, so if you can, give them the date that they are looking for. Another important aspect of the offer is your deposit. Deposits are due within 24 hours of having an accepted offer, so it's important to have these funds readily available. And by readily available, I mean you can walk into the bank tomorrow and walk out with a deposit check. Or you can go a step further and actually get the deposit check to submit with your offer. It shows good faith with the sellers, and they know you're serious, and if they sign, it's done there and then. Quick little tip, if you bank with online banks like Tangerine, this can sometimes be a bit of an issue. And the last thing with offers is do not discount the power of a buyer letter, or even better yet, a buyer video. We've worked with a ton of clients over the last couple of years where that video or letter is helping them get a little bit of an edge and helping them secure the home. The next step we will call 4B, and that's because it's not in every situation. That's the conditional period. Once you have an accepted conditional offer, you'll have a period between the offer being accepted and going firm where you need to waive your conditions. Things like waiving your financing, your inspecting, and waiving a status certificate for condos. In this period, it's important to do things quickly to get those conditions waived, and also your agent should keep a very open communication with the seller's agent to let them know what steps you are completing along the way. Step number 5 is the firm period. This is between having a firm accepted offer and your closing date. And there's a couple things you need to do here. During this firm period, you can do your revisits as a buyer for the property. So every offer will have a certain number of revisits that gives you permission to go back into the home, kind of like a showing. And these are for things like measuring, bringing a contractor if needed, or just checking the house out right before closing. During this period, the lawyer will also do all of their legal activities. Your mortgage provider will process the mortgage, and you should do things like change your address over on all of your identification and anything needed, and also set up the utilities for your new home under your name. And number 6 is closing day. It's time to celebrate, but not just yet. There's one more thing you need to do. On closing day, it's very important that you test things in the home, like the appliances, the systems, windows and locks, doors, lights, anything like that, to ensure that they are in good working order on the day of closing. It's important to do this on closing day because that is what's stated in the contract. If you do run into something that doesn't work, make sure you document it right away. Take a picture, take a video, send an email to your lawyer and your agent with that information. And once you've done that, congratulations, you're firmed up, you've closed on your home, and it is officially time to celebrate. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions at all, please let us know, or if you'd like to book a time with us, you can do that at the link below. Have a great day, happy house hunting, and we'll talk to you soon.